Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna and today I'm going to be a fun one. And today I thought I'll be doing how I do my research for my series. So this is going to be a fun one and I thought I'll be sharing. So I usually have my notes with me, but I'm just going to wing it at this time. So I might forget things, but that's okay. I'll just leave them in the comments if I think of anything else. But basically what I do is it kind of depends what I want to research. So if I want to research, let's say Geneva. So if I want to research Geneva, I have to do like, what do they eat, how does a city look like, what is their culture about, what languages do they speak, the geography, so basically anything. My series is actually based in Geneva or from Switzerland, so exciting stuff. So I do have to go a lot in research. So I guess you could say I have an online friend who is from actually Geneva, so I've been asking him a lot of questions about it, which is really helpful. And yeah, so he told me that they speak Swiss, German, French, and there was that one more that I can't remember. You see, that's why I need my notes. So it was Romanish, I believe. So yeah, I didn't know that, but I didn't know that they were mostly talking in French or German, and that's basically about it. So they don't really, I didn't know about the Romanish. So yeah, so that's all fun stuff. So as I said before, I also research like the food that they eat, their traditions, if they have any, which I feel like they do. But all that fun stuff. So obviously I have to write them down, otherwise I will forget, and this is where this little guy comes in. So unfortunately I can't show you, but I write down things that is relevant to the story, because otherwise I will forget, because it is a series and it's going to be a long one. So I finally decided to write 7 books. Yeah. Well, actually I can kind of show you this. So right over here you can tell that I have written what are like the colors for protection. So I do need to write it down for my reference, and it's way easier to look at my notebooks than having to find a page on the internet and researching it all over again, because by that time you just completely lost everything, like the time, and then I just don't want to have that right now. So that's what this little guy is. So I just write anything that is relevant. So yeah, I write anything that's relevant and goes into this little black book. If you know, you know. And so I even write, oh yeah, I can't show you that either. So this is just my relevancy. That's what this little guy is about. So once that all is said and done, we come to this big bad boy. Because yeah, I need a binder for my series. I also am using my notebook simply because, if you can see here, it's actually not properly lined up. I don't want to give that to customers, so that's why I don't, just ship it out, and it's for me. So this is a defect, if you will. So again, I can't show you. I should have. Well, which is funny, I actually didn't plan anything quite like this with my Firelight trilogy. It was just basically my outline, and that's it. So I guess I wasn't quite as serious as with this book. So I think that's kind of one of my mistakes. Oh well, live and learn. Like you can only learn so much. So this guy, again, I write anything that is relevant to the story. This is just basically how, what are the plans for each of my characters are gonna do. So it's important for me to write that, otherwise there's gonna be really, really huge plot holes, and you're all gonna be like, what is happening here? But so yeah. So, which is funny because I also had to rewrite my sequel again for the second time in a row, because of that reason. There was a huge plot hole and you guys will not understand at all. So if I'm confused, you're confused. So all that being said, I also researched places if things are kind of lost in time, if you will. If it's something ancient, I would search that up. Like the lost tomb of Cleopatra, for example. If I want to write something about that, I go research because I don't know much about it. I do know who Cleopatra is. She's actually my favorite. I know. I know, but yeah. So that's what I do. Also, I also search. I can show you one thing from this because it's not technically spoilers. You're just gonna read it in my book anyways. But and here, actually, let me hold you. Come here. So over here is my whole bunch of spells that I have. I either kind of made up myself or I use Latin as in the old language, which still exists by the way. It's just broken down into different parts of it. I guess you can say that. So we have barriers, which is like you can create a magical barrier. So it's kind of similar for that sense. That's why I did it. And then reflectatio, someone's reflection of yourself, which is kind of creepy, but and then we have releases, which to release things. Obliteratus, Bangango, oh my gosh, I can't say. Baningale, I think that's how you pronounce, and that's just basically to create shockwave of electricity or electric energy as a shape, and so on, so forth. So a lot of it has been inspired by Latin. So yeah, and obviously I still don't have any names because I'm not sure what to name them. So we have Obligio, which causes whichever creature is targeted to obey. I shouldn't have put creature because this also applies to humans. I have to erase that. So that's basically a command charm, if you will, because you're basically forcing someone to command you. And so yeah, and then that's all that there is. Yeah, and then sports. I also had to research about this because so basically these are like the wind currents, and like when the wind takes them, that's where the players are going. So yeah, and like this is like the goalpost, all that fun stuff. And I did a lot of currency exchanging. This was just a mess, so I did have to do some research about currency. So like I had to see what equals to what and all that stuff. So yeah, so dinar is actually a real currency. It's mostly used in Europe, like Serbia and such. So yeah, and oh nope. That's my ideas for the next page, which I can't show you, but yeah, that's how I'm basically doing research. I just have to find out what my main point of it, and then I go from there. So example, there is this one part. So example, I had to research about longitude and latitude because it becomes important to my study. I like to be creative with words, just because it's like so fun to play around with it. Like anything I can search about, I will. So basically, let's say I want to know what the word sacred is in different languages, mostly Latin. So I will go on Google as such. Let me show you. And then, I will actually show you. And then you just gonna translate. It's that easy. And obviously English or whatever language you speak, and then I just put Latin. I don't know what my tripod is, but that's why I'm holding you guys. So let's see. No, this is not how I do it. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of something else. So I basically search what is another. So that's my question. What's another word for secret? So I basically go on this. So yes, I can use all of these guys, I suppose, but nothing really stood out to me. So then I have to keep on going until I know what I want. Sometimes I will go using like original meaning. Yeah, and then sometimes they will also put like what is the ancient word for sacred, but it doesn't even show up anymore. So let's see, what is ancient, what is an ancient word for sacred? There. So you can just say Helios in Greek and Caesar in Latin, Kadosh in Hebrew. And so, yeah. So, you know, things like that, sacred in Latin, so, yeah. So things like that, that's what I would do. Because you don't want to keep using the same words all over again. It's going to annoy your readers. And so, all that fun stuff. I even sometimes go to the old, like the root of the word. So, yeah, and also going back to my, so another example, let's say I have to research about flowers, because one flower is important to my story and it has to be related to it. I would also have like tons of bookmarks somehow, because I have to remember where my information coming from. So, I would just search of what are some rare flowers, and I would just pick and choose what would resonate more to my stories. So I actually did not know there was a corpse flower. That's kind of creepy, actually. So on, so forth. So yeah, I just basically need to know what I need to research. And again, I also need to do some research for crystals, guys. I mean, that's not really that important, but there is one chapter that has crystal related because of a town, city they had to go to, so I had to go and choose and do some research about it. So basically, that's like their magic system that has related to crystals or stones, if you will. So yeah, that's what I basically do with my research. I just choose a topic, and then from there I kind of expand. Like I have to think all the what, why, how, and all that stuff. So it's mostly those three instead of 5. So it's just what, when, and where basically. So you know, I need to know like the important details of certain events that took place and such. So yeah, so on and so forth. So again, I had to do like a lot of research for Geneva, as you know, because that's quite literally where my fictional place is taking in. So I had to do like all of these research. I hope you guys like this. It is kind of a rough idea on how to get things started. So as I said before, I recommend just getting one point down, and then you can expand. So if you're making a fictional city that's been inspired by a real one, just make sure you research like geography, cultures, what they eat, what they wear, traditions, so on and so forth, to help me get started, because you really need to do your research if you're not familiar with them. And the readers can see that if you had researched, your readers will be able to tell. So, but yeah, I wish this was kind of a longer video, but there's like so much spoilers in this, so I can't really show you that much, unfortunately. But when the time comes when I finally finish my series, I think I'm gonna actually make a part 2, if you will, like an extended version, so you guys can have more ideas about it. So yeah, I kind of wish I did this with the Firelight trilogy, but I never really put it that much into thinking, like, or this much planning, I should say. Yeah, but I hope you guys understood like what's behind the scene and things like that, because you're basically researching what you need for your story is what this really is. So also, I also want to show you this part since we're here still. For character names, once more I can't show you, god damn it. I also go, if I want to do like character names, I love to have meanings behind my character's name. So you just go, girl's name meaning blessing, because why not? So, and then you're gonna have like all of these names that will happen, so yeah, all that fun stuff. So you can just pick and choose whatever resonates with you and so on and so forth. But with this to work, you have to know what is your motive. So if you have like someone, a character that's broody and dark, maybe have like a name that fits that kind of personality, just so it will make more sense. Like, it would be kind of weird to have like a happy name and then someone being moody, which, unless that's on purpose, totally okay. But I like to research names that has meanings. It's fun. It keeps you guys guessing what it means. So there's that. So yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, I wonder if I can show you something else in here. Not so much, because it's still spoilery. Ah, shucks. Oh well, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, let me know how you guys do your research, if you're writing or if you're doing it for fun. Please like, comment, subscribe so that you'll be notified every time I post. I will see you in my next one. Bye!